Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another unboxing. We have another mouse case. In the last video you probably saw, thank you so much for watching, we did the Limitless 6.0 case. That one got some mixed reviews, particularly because of this cutout, but let's see if this case does any different and if you guys like it anymore. So it is the Super Slim 2.0 case. I'm excited for this one because I am a big thin case fan. The thinner the better, but still offers some protection so I don't, break my phone. Typical mouse casing, cardboard, paper on the outside, little sticker, and then flip tabs. And then we flip that up, flip those to the side, same unboxing for every single case. Your two typical pieces of paperwork. Let's move that to the side. And then we have the case. You can see that we do have just typical button cutouts. We don't have physical buttons that kind of slide in or are replaceable like we had on the Limitless 6.0. On the inside, you do still have this nice felt material for protecting the back of your phone, which is great. The camera cutout, as you can see here, pretty typical. And then you have the camera kind of bump outside to protect. Now, I do believe this is only like 2.2 millimeters and it goes just above the camera itself on the iPhone. So we will have to test that to see. And then you have your on-off switch and I guess Siri button up here and your camera button, which is now just a cutout instead of, kind of gouging out an entire section of the case. Not too bad. And then the back is very different from the Limitless 6.0. As you can see here, the Limitless has kind of this texture material and the super thin really just has a hard kind of hard shell plastic feel, kind of, as you can hear that, it's really just hard shell. It is a soft kind of, it's hard to explain. I'm saying hard shell, but then it's soft, but it does have a kind of smooth texture to it, which I do appreciate. For thickness on this, they're pretty much going to be close to the same thickness, probably a little bit less on the super thin. On the inside here, as you can see, there's no AeroShock technology within these cases. This is very simply just a small protection case. On their site, it does say that it can absorb small bumps to prevent scratching, breaking, and breaking the case. So you can see here they have little corner cutouts, and that is so if you do hit it on the corner, the case doesn't break and crack. So apparently they've had trouble with that, which I have had very super thin cases before and they have not cracked. So I wonder what's different with theirs that it makes it, but it is on all four corners, as you can see there. All right, let's get the phone into the case, slide that into the bottom, slide that into the top, and here we go. We have the phone in the Mous Slim 2.0. You can see that, again, there are no actual buttons here. They're just cutouts, so you have your action button, volume rockers. At the bottom, you have perfect cutouts for the speakers and your charge port, and then on the side, you have your power button / Siri button and your controversial camera button. On the back, you have your camera cutout, and you can see kind of how slim that is. I would say it's less than normal for, a camera bump, and I think it does a really good job. It is slightly raised above the camera lens, so you are going to be getting some protection from that, which is nice. Overall, I would say this case is not going to protect your phone from major falls. On the website, it doesn't say that you're going to. It says it's going to prevent it from bumps and scratches and things like that. But they do have some corner cutouts here and on every single corner to prevent cracking from the case in case it does fall. But I think if you drop this on its corner, you're still going to get some cracking. And I've had some ultra thin cases before that have not had camera cutouts, so I'm very surprised that Mouse had to do this as well to prevent that. I don't fully understand why they needed to. I get it prevents it, but other cases don't have it. I'm going to be going over the peel case so you guys can see The differences between the two here, I'm going to be doing my standalone video for Peel and then a super thin comparison case. So stay tuned for that. I think that's going to be a good one and can kind of answer a bunch of questions for buyers to see which case they think is best. But on the case, you just have the one individual logo, unlike on the Limitless 2.0, where you had your two logos. All in all, comparing them, obviously this one is way thinner and the corners are way less bulky. You can see that there. It's kind of crazy how different that is. But this thing is giving you your ultimate protection. This thing is just to have a case on the outside of the phone, maybe protect from a pocket fall or anything of the sort, and not have something major happen to it. So we can go ahead and put a MagSafe device on this as well. As you can see, there is a very easy snap on. It's pretty hefty and strong. As you can see here, I'm kind of bouncing it with some good force. This is the same, MagSafe accessory from Toros that I used in the Limitless 6.0 video. So keeping it consistent here, I do daily drive, this because, it does have a nice little finger loop, and then I can prop my phone up when I'm working or trying to watch sports or anything like that. So I can do like a short review on this if you guys want, but all in all, I think it's a pretty good accessory to use for, at least for MagSafe and a stand. Back to the case. So the feel of the case is really good. I do like that. In hand, it feels super thin, which I think is important. That's one of the things that I look for. I'm not really sure why, but the back feels, bigger than my last super thin case from Toros, but we could do a comparison on that as well. All in all, you have a tiny, if anything, protection on the side for, keeping this phone above the ground, but nope. Just, putting it here, you can see that slide and you don't hear anything. So there is actually no protection from the edges of this device onto the iPhone. So if you place your phone, like many people do at the dinner table, or you're out at a restaurant or anything like that, you place your phone down, face down. If there's any sort of dust and you don't have a screen protector on here, you're going to get scratches or whatever happens to that phone. So just be aware, there is no side protection, top or bottom, for the screen. So if that is a big, no for you guys, we're going to try to find a case. And I know Toros has some cases that do have that side protection, so we'll be able to find that out. All right, so we can go ahead and look at the camera button now. As you can see, it's just a cutout. So being able to get your finger in there is somewhat difficult. I would say the double tap feature for this is actually easier because you can physically feel where where the hole is to be able to press onto the button, unlike on the Limitless 6.0 where they decided to just take a chunk out of half the side, and it's still hard to find the button on this that I found. So I am actually enjoying being able to find the button and click, going in and taking an actual picture. You got to get your finger, the skin of your finger down in there and push. It's nothing, super crazy, but it's still not the best. Just having this camera button with a case is not great. The sliding is better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would need, extra room above here and here, like with the cutout, to be able to, get a good slide. But I'm actually getting a full-on slide here. It's very easy to use. The double tap I think is actually easier than the other one because I can find the button. So all in all, if we're just comparing cutout, this camera cutout versus this camera cutout, I am going with this one right now. I don't know if I would go with this case for its protection or lack thereof. So I wish there was an intermediate from Mous that had this cutout or the sapphire button with this protection. But for right now, there isn't. If there is, I will definitely get that and review that for you guys because I feel like that would be the best of both worlds. But I do still like the option of having, the physical buttons that are placed inside there that give you that click, that give you the protection. We're not getting gunk buildup in all of these open ports. So camera button and cutout, better than the Limitless 6.0. Still not perfect. I'm going to be trying, a case with the sapphire crystal button to see if that is any better. I'm looking forward to that one, but I don't know if I'm going to like that one more than this. I just don't know if I'm going to like any case with this button. I wish they got rid of the button. So for the case, I'm going to give it a 7.1 out of 10. The look and feel is fantastic. The protection is very minimal, if any at all. So I'm going to dock it for that one. These corner cutouts are not great. Don't see why they needed them when other case companies don't have to worry about cracking. The camera cutout button, I would say, is giving it some points over the Limitless 6.0's cutout. But if you want protection, you have to go with the Limitless 6.0. Design, always good. Mouse makes great cases. I mean, it feels great in the hand and it feels thin and slim. And if that's what you're going for, then this is probably the case for you. But we'll go over the Peel and a Toros thin case as well. Camera buttons, the cutouts. It is what it is. If you're a fan of that, then great. If you're not, you're not going to like it. Huge zonk for not having any protection on the front of the camera. This is from a case company where you're spending $50, $60 on a case is unacceptable to have absolutely zero screen protection. So big points off there. Really, this thing is getting all of its points from looks and feel. Besides that, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything for this case. If you trust yourself not to drop this, then you can absolutely go ahead and get it. All for it, but I was really hoping I would like this case more, and I don't think I do. So I'm still on a search for a daily driver phone case from the Limitless 6.0. I'm going to go back to that for now and keep the Ultra Slim 2.0 on standby in case, I want something that feels slimmer, but I don't think this is going to be the case that I use. Disappointed, very disappointed. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Thanks for really blowing up the last one. I got over 2,000 videos, which is crazy for like my third longer form video and 7th overall with shorts. So hopefully, we can do this one as well. Leave your comments, what you guys think. We can have a nice discussion on some of the pain points or pluses of this. I'd be happy to answer any of your guys' questions there. On the road to 100 subscribers. I think as I'm making this, I'm at 17. So hopefully we can hit that soon, keep getting momentum, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, side note, give me suggestions on phone cases you guys want to see, and I can reply with when I can do it, if I already have it and it's in the lineup, or if I can order it and be able to get it in and be able to make that video. So I will see you guys in the next one. This was the Mous Ultra Slim 2.0. Peace.